Hi, I'm Misty Day with FAKE News, and I'm just wondering, are you worried about Hurricane Danny currently barreling towards the East Coast?
I am worried because I'm not used to hurricanes as I'm from the West Coast, so we only experience earthquakes, so not used to storms yet.
Thank you very much. You can go now. So, there is no hurricane, but do you know how hurricanes are formed? According to NASA Space Place, the warm, moist air over the ocean rises upward from near the surface. Because this air moves up and away from the surface, there's less air near the surface, causing an area of lower air pressure below. Air from surrounding areas with higher air pressure pushes into the low pressure area. Then that new air becomes warm and moist and rises too. As the warm air continues to rise, the surrounding air swirls in to take its place. As the warm, moist air rises and cools off, the water in the air forms clouds. The whole system of clouds and wind spins and grows, fed by the ocean's heat and water evaporating from the surface. When the wind speeds reach 74 miles per hour, the storm is officially a tropical cyclone or a hurricane. Hi, my name is April Showers with FAKE News. How do you feel about the new government legislation proposed by the EPA to get rid of greenhouses in order to stop the greenhouse effect?
I think greenhouses are an understated problem in this country and they need to be eliminated.
Thank you so much. Sorry, that was a lie. Certain gases, known as greenhouse gases, absorb some of the OLR, or outgoing long wave radiation, which helps to keep the Earth's atmosphere at a life sustaining temperature. The most important greenhouse gas is water vapor, followed by trace gases such as carbon dioxide and methane. Thank you. Hi, my name is Radar Picture with FAKE News. What is your opinion on Donald Trump forbidding El Nino from crossing the American border?
I think it's an interesting use of his presidential powers to prevent this migrant from crossing the borders.
Thank you so much. Do you know what El Nino is? According to meteorologist Benjamin Papandrea, every 2 to 5 years the pressure pattern across the tropical South Pacific oscillates. Now, the reason for the oscillation is not fully understood. The shift in pressure changes wind patterns, thus altering the temperature of ocean water across a huge portion of the Pacific. In El Nino, warmer than normal water covers much of the tropical South Pacific. El Nino/La Nina cause changes in the jet stream configuration that alter the weather across large portions of the planet. Thank you. Hi, my name is Stormy Daniels with FAKE News. And how do you feel about the National Weather Service changing the name of the cumulonimbus cloud because of its ties to Christopher Columbus?
Honestly, I think it's a great idea. As far as I'm concerned, Christopher Columbus has never done anything wrong to, I think, anybody.
Thank you for your thoughts. Yeah, no, they aren't changing the name, but do you know what a cumulonimbus cloud is? According to the Met Office, these type of clouds are thunderstorm clouds. They are the only type of cloud to produce hail, thunder, and lightning. Cumulonimbus clouds are born through convection, often growing from small cumulus clouds over a hot surface. They can also form along cold fronts as a result of forced convection, where milder air is forced to rise over the incoming cold air. Hi, my name is Dr. Spachemin with FAKE News. So, you probably know that Boston is a hub for education, entrepreneurship, and medicine. But how do you feel now that Mayor Marty J. Walsh has declared Boston the American hub of nor'easters? In a press conference last Friday, he said, "If the Plain States can have Tornado Alley, we, Boston, claim the winter storms for ourselves."
I think it's a very good idea. I think it'll bring a lot of tourism into the city and really revitalize some places that need it.
Thank you so much. So, he didn't say that, please don't sue me. According to the Weather Channel, a nor'easter is a strong area of low pressure along the east coast of the United States that typically features winds from the northeast off the Atlantic Ocean, hence the term nor'easter. Nor'easters are most often associated with strong winter storms crawling up the northeast coast, but snow isn't a requirement for such a storm. These storms are most frequent and strongest between September and April, but can occur any time of the year. Nor'easters usually develop between Georgia and New Jersey within 100 miles east or west of the East Coast. In general, they move northeastward and reach maximum intensity near New England or Canada's maritime provinces. A nor'easter may bring heavy rain or snow, strong winds, coastal flooding, and rough seas to the affected areas. The heavily populated Interstate 95 Northeast, including Boston, New York City, Philadelphia, and Washington, D.C., is especially vulnerable to this type of storm due to the proximity to the coast. The U.S. East Coast is an ideal spot for nor'easters, especially during the winter months. This is because the polar jet stream transports cold air southward out of Canada into the U.S., then eastward toward the Atlantic Ocean, where warm air from the Gulf of Mexico and Atlantic tries to move northward. The warm waters of the Gulf Stream in the Atlantic Ocean current that originates in the Gulf of Mexico stretches to the tip of Florida and follows the United States eastern coastline northward before crossing the Atlantic. These help keep the coastal waters relatively mild through the winter, which acts to warm the cold air above the ocean water. The difference in temperature between the warm air over the water and cold air over the land provides the instability and energy needed to develop and fuel nor'easters. Thank you.